Welcome to Marvel Maniac and MCU After Show. This is your host, Eric Cicada, aka Mr. Honest, back with you for not just an after show. This isn't about something I've just seen. It's something we're going to be going into and seeing in a couple weeks, okay? It just dropped its most recent trailer, and I can't promise this movie is going to be better than anything we've ever seen or worse than we've ever seen. However, it's the first Marvel movie to come out in some time since Deadpool and Wolverine. It's called Captain America: Brave New World. Personally, I don't even want to get into the discussion of the new trailer. People are going to go see it. I think the speculation, I don't want to speculate anymore. Why? Because I think the trailer gives away a lot, especially the newer one. If you know you're going to go see this movie, I don't think you have to watch that trailer. It's just giving you a couple more lines of dialogue that you are bound to hear in the actual movie. But sometimes Marvel puts misleading things in their trailer, and they make it look like something's happening that's not happening. Like the Hulk being at the battle at the end of Infinity War, like a whole iconic shot of all the heroes running with the Hulk in Infinity War, and it never was there. Later we learn that Mark Ruffalo was actually supposed to become Smart Hulk in Infinity War, so maybe that was from that. But, that's just an example of what Marvel does to kind of kick us off their trail and let us, have a couple surprises. I haven't heard of too many, surprise spoilers. I haven't heard too much about the story. I think the most recent story was in the trailer delivered really well. There was a line towards the beginning, and it actually really hooked me into this whole idea of this movie. It's not a spoiler. It's just Harrison Ford genuinely saying, you've impressed me, and I want there to be another run at Captain America. America needs Captain America. So we start, most likely, this is towards the beginning of the movie. Sometimes I'll take things from the end of the movie and then put them at the beginning. I don't know. The trailers are weird. I don't make movie trailers. However, this is my first episode back with my not so great voice, and I already hear myself talking it down a tunnel. So I just gonna say this, okay? I think this movie's being way overanalyzed before it comes out. I don't think it's fair for anyone to be ripping this movie apart before they've actually seen it. Have the critics' scores gone out? Maybe. Have you heard from some people who, from the focus groups, have we heard some bad things? Yes. Can we do the math that someone pointed out on YouTube that this movie, watching it, is $3 million a minute? I'm not surprised, okay? Will it exceed box office expectations? I hope. My whole vision of Captain America: Brave New World has been a little bit riddled with online controversy over the past few weeks. So much of it's just people speculating all the bad news because of the way they're releasing it. If we were like that with every Marvel movie would suck. They've done reshoots. They had to do reshoots for everything they've done. It makes the movie better. It actually shows way more self-awareness and trying to make the movie better for the fans who want to watch it. I mean, you can't change a piece of poop into something that's not made of poop, but that's someone told me that when I was singing in a vocal booth when I was in my teens. It was a good way of telling me I wasn't very good, but it was also a way of telling me there's always room for improvement. And I think the MCU is always about improving for the fans, maybe even too much. This movie had 5 writers. This movie had multiple directors, and this movie needs to be good, is what I've said for a long time. And ignoring some of these issues, behind the scenes, and questioning even why it's taking so long, I haven't up until recently, because I blind trust the MCU, and all I said probably ever was they're probably making it the best movie they can be, and that it can be because Sam Wilson, new Captain America, even though he already had Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years since that show came out this year, 3.5, I guess. We can, if you want to be nice. That's a long time. So, if interest has fallen off, it's not because Captain America's black or because the movie's even that bad. which people are speculating because if that's why it's taking so long. And if they really come to the conclusion that it's like one of those things, like if people don't want to see a black Captain America, honestly makes the Falcon and the Winter Soldier a better show, because we learn a lot through Isaiah Bradley, who we see in the trailer of this movie go through some pretty crazy stuff. Like, I don't know, it looks like somebody activated him like Bucky Barnes, like the Winter Soldier type, and that was scary. He's a scary guy. We never seen him in like super action, but you gotta watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier before you go see this. One, it'll give you, honestly, in my opinion, a little more hope for this movie. I am not letting pre-movie armchair critics determine my time spent with my buddy TJ. We're gonna go see it together. I'm not going to let it ruin the fact that we're going to see a Marvel movie. The credits, everything about it, the post-credit scene, everything about going to a Marvel movie for a real Marvel MCU fan. I'm not saying you're not an MCU fan if you dislike how this movie goes or how it's going. I just think an MCU fan is going to be excited no matter what. If it sucks, it's got to be a different level of sucks. For me, or Dark World. Dark World didn't even suck when I saw it in theaters. I liked it. And this guy has low standards. I don't know. I'd like to have a different mindset, because usually the other mindset is going in with bad expectations, hoping that this movie will lift them. I don't have expectations. I only have what I know, which is what's in the trailers, and what they decide to do with that information is up to them. Hopefully, if there's some cool secret, oh my God, this happened type moments, they're doing a great job at covering it up. And maybe that's why people are thinking, oh man, this movie's going to suck. Maybe they're just not showing the good stuff. Maybe it's the shortest Captain America movie ever because they wanted to shorten it so it felt better. That's what some movies need. Not all movies need to be 3 hours. So I can make a positive out of a negative over anything. It's just, there are a lot of facts. There's a lot of good reason. Anyone who feels the opposite of what I'm trying to say, you are absolutely entitled to that. I'm just being somebody who, I don't know, man. Call me a peacekeeper. Call me wrong or call me right. I just think it's a good idea for us as fans not to kick something while it's rising up off the ground, especially if it's a part of our franchise we want to succeed. You gotta stop thinking about the mouse, because this movie, this division of Marvel, trust me, they're probably scared of the mouse right now. I don't think it's gonna end the MCU. I am worried that if it doesn't meet an expectation, that it's probably never gonna meet, because, rationally, they've spent too much money on reshoots, which is their fault. If they really didn't have a good movie, and they had to scrap it for a new script, I mean, it's probably worth it overall for the image of Marvel and the legacy of Marvel, because people are going to be watching these in marathons. And I don't want people to hit Captain America Brave New World and it be this is the last straw, because we've gotten a couple chances here. I liked most of the movies that have come out this phase 5. I've learned that Phase 5 ends with the Thunderbolts. If I didn't know that before, I must have forgot. So this, and then the Thunderbolts, and then there's Phase 5. It's done already. Like, I will be doing another Phase 5 review like I did Phase 4. I was a lot more present for this phase as it was airing. I just want the Falcon and the Winter Soldier to be like bits and pieces of good. Maybe there's a moment or two where we're like, okay, this was annoying or this was awkward. For me, I think we all collectively did a pretty good, decent job at like ignoring the scene in the Marvels with music. I did. I didn't even talk to you guys about that because I wasn't recording then. But I'm planning on coming in with a pretty positive review of the Marvels. I'm working up to that, deciding how I'm going to cover Miss Marvel. It's looking to me like I'm going to be doing one episode covering the whole show. I just think it's not that I don't think this show deserves the amount of time to do week-to-week episode coverage. I just think for any general audience member who is ever going to watch this, they're going to want to recap. They're not going to want to hear a week-to-week recap if they've seen it already. And anyone who's curious about wanting to watch Miss Marvel, forgive me if I haven't said Miss Marvel, the TV show. If anyone comes in and is curious about if they should watch it, they'll be able to get a better idea of the overall show when they come and watch like the single episode about the whole season. Not that she's not a big hero, not that she's not going to be. If there's a demand for me to go episode to episode, by all means, at some point I will be happy to do that. However, there's a lot to talk about this year, and I want to start getting to Daredevil too. And I've been thinking of quite a few ways of covering and delivering you the history of Daredevil for people who A, haven't seen it, B, haven't seen it in a while, and yet can't rewatch it because they're busy and they have lives, and 3, something to actually help me be ready for Daredevil Born Again. I'm going to be giving some spoilers for the Captain America Brave New World trailer that just came out, like from where I'm sitting 4 days ago, 5 days ago for you. This is coming out tomorrow. I waited till the last minute to do this one, guys. My voice was really bad, and it's still, you can kind of hear it, but like definitely not too bad to do like a 15-minute roundup episode. I'm taking a little break, not a huge one at all, but from the movies maybe to I don't even know how long that will probably this episode. I'm definitely going episode to episode. Spider-Man Far From Home will be the next movie I talk about. When that will be exactly, it will be soon. I don't want to guarantee you when, because I'm really getting back on my horse here. I've been eager to talk about Daredevil Born Again, the trailer with you guys, but I felt ironically this took precedent. Harrison Ford's president, get it. Another point is, as much as we love Harrison Ford, there's got to be people like me, and it's not that I don't want this Harrison Ford version, but William Hurt, Thunderbolt Ross, the guy who played this part for how many years? Like 10 plus years. This was his moment, and God bless his soul. I don't think he probably had been told and filled in on like where his character was going. I would have loved to see him in this part. I'm sorry to be complaining about my nerdy movie, and then talking about a man passing away and all that. It's not more important, but it's for me, it's in honor of him. Like, if they were just able to put him in the movie somehow, but they probably didn't even get to any shooting before he passed away. The last thing we got to see him in was Black Widow. Not much new information from him there. He wasn't looking great in Black Widow, and it breaks my heart because William Hurt, Thunderbolt Ross, that version, he's a badass, and to have that continuity, this is a little bit bigger than Rhodes and Iron Man 2 because it's just one movie. We don't have like years sitting with this character, especially for you comic fans, probably wondering every single movie, every single appearance, is this guy ever going to turn into Red Hulk? But it is what it is, and we have what we have, and we don't ponder because, in all reality, there's nothing really the MCU could do. There's some certain things maybe they could have, but it's like nitpicking at that now. That's just causing more problems, I think they want to honor the character, the actor of William Hurt too, to keep it going. Not change the plans. Some people have been arguing, why isn't this a Hulk movie? I think the Hulk is the secret reveal character of this movie. I hope somehow he goes Raging Hulk again. We see him lose his temper real bad. Imagine the fight at the end of the movie isn't between Red Hulk and Sam. It's between the regular Hulk. And like Red Hulk is like a post-credit scene type thing. Oh my God. See, if we're being misled in ways, this trailer's showing a lot of action, and Captain America's new helmet, I swear they got that feedback from us. I remember seeing a Reddit post or something saying like, he's very exposed. He's got a whole suit of vibranium, but his head is exposed. Well, not anymore. He's got a new upgraded suit. Looks like he's flying a jet plane in the new wings, and some really good shots of him as Captain America. I love the new suit. I think the new suit and the old suit go well together. I do think the first suit will be destroyed somehow, maybe to show the power of adamantium, and whoever's going after that already has made something out of it. I predict the new suit is going to be made of adamantium instead of vibranium. Either that, or he'll have to get the super soldier serum. I don't think Sam will. I think he'll stick to his character. I really, at one point, in this last year. I definitely thought he was going to get the serum, but rethinking his character a little bit more, I think he'd do it under extreme circumstances, but I don't think he's going to do it. Another thing is the relationship between Thunderbolt President Ross and Sam Wilson. Their personalities are clashing this whole trailer, and it's actually a really cool build-up. It makes me excited to see more of their chemistry, more of how this relationship develops. Because the first time we see him, Harrison Ford, I can't think of the name, Thunderbolt Ross, but the first time we see him in the trailer, he's telling Sam and like patting him on the back, like, this is how I've known how good you've done, and I can't take that away from you. And I want Captain America to be more, in the spotlight. And then the next time we see him, he's real mad, and he's like, you aren't Captain America. Like, it escalates, and we don't know what's happening. All we see is a little bit of action here and there, and then, Sam telling the president, your inner circle's compromised. I don't know why you don't believe that. I'm imagining the fear is maybe what draws President Ross, a big, fearful moment, will probably drive him into becoming Red Hulk. I just can't imagine that because he's president. Think about it. He's president. People are going to see him like this. Like, is he going to get kicked off as president, or is he going to be President Red Hulk Ross? I don't know. That is another exciting thing. How is this all going to go down? Okay? I don't want to try and fan theory the whole thing, but it seems pretty exciting to me. And seeing some of the action shots and seeing Sam fly as Captain America, it makes me tingle, actually. It gives me the little shivers. I think we should all give this movie a little bit of a chance. If you don't love the trailer, that's okay. I'm asking, as a fan of Marvel and a fan of the MCU, is where we stand right now, that you do what you love and do what you feel is right. And don't go see this movie in theaters if it's tight and you don't want to. I'm asking you people, you fans who are like, all right, I was going to go, but now I'm not. Let them hear me out. Just give it a chance. And if it sucks, it sucks, and we will have to put it on them to make the next one better. And we really will. Because I was expecting this one to come out and the people to be really excited about it. Even Ant-Man and the Wasp got that kind of excitement because of Kang. Like, let's just see what else happens in this movie. I'm sure there's going to be more wins than losses. And if not, if I'm wrong, if all we've seen is the trailer is the movie, and that's literally it, well, better have a dang good post-credit scene. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for coming back. I hear my voice going away, and I already noticed we're past 17 minutes. We're going into rant territory when I just wanted this to be kind of like, I want to hype you up as a fan, letting you know Marvel's trying to make us like, not trying to make us like, we want to like what they're putting out. Marvel's trying to make good things to put out. And I honestly think if this one's a flop, we'll get another one, a good one down the road. Frickin' Sam Wilson. All right? Anthony Mackie's the man. I love him. I trust the movie. I'm not any less excited to go see this movie. I'm not going to be thinking about all this crap and watching it. I'm going to be escaped in the MCU for that allotted amount of time. And I hope you can get yourself into some sort of mindset as well, so the movie can be a positive experience for you in one way or another. Like all the Star Wars movies of recent years, the nights were memorable, the times were had, and it's also about being a fan of this big universe called the MCU and getting to see a small piece of it at a time. I will be back Friday. We're going to be keeping it undisclosed until we get there. You'll see what it is when we get there. However, I'm going to be getting back into more of a role of shows soon. I had to make that decision on Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel, sorry. Why? Because I want to get to the movie The Marvels. I missed that. And Miss Marvel is a great show, but I don't want to rewatch it like all the way and analyze each episode. I just think we can do some more proactive things with the time and to help us get ready for Daredevil, when we could talk maybe even like a 2 up to hour and a half, 2 hour episode about Miss Marvel, all the things we don't like. Personally, I remember liking it. I just don't want to watch it again with so much going on in the MCU. A week-to-week coverage of something that came out 3.5 years ago. Let's just talk about the overall picture of it. Some iconic classic shows you can't do that to. Maybe in a year I'll be like, man, I should have done Miss Marvel. Should have done that week to week. I'll do it then. There's plenty of time. We aren't going anywhere here at Marvel Maniac. We're staying right here, especially for all that's culminating right now, all the movies coming out this year, all the TV shows, still signing on the Spider-Man coverage of the animated show. It's getting kicked. That's what I'm saying. Like, the things that are getting kicked, they make me want to go watch them with a devil's advocate kind of eye, but then I'm realizing I'm going against the grain, and I'm trying to like something nobody else likes, and who's going to like that after show? So I'm trying to kind of like stick with the overall general audience here to see how they feel. I want them to be happy, because they're the ones who make these movies, billion-dollar movies, is the general audience. The people who aren't in chat rooms or have a best friend to talk about it and obsess over it every day. Someone who's coming back being like, oh yeah, I saw the last one. Yeah, I saw the last Captain America. Go check this one out. Give these people a chance to like the movie, so we can be making better and more awesome movies, and let Marvel deal with the criticism. Trust me, they've heard it. They will ultimately come out. This is the longest episode I've done over a topic, but it's a big topic, and I think it's a big turning point for the MCU this year, whether it's before or after this movie, before meeting this movie or a movie after it. This is our turning point, and I am going to try to be positive just for my own well-being, so I can sit through the movie without being like, they're doing it again. Like, I'm not going to be cynical, and I'm not saying you are either. I'm trying to, I guess, fight off a wave of zombies before they actually get to me. I'm eventually going to be eaten alive, but I'm trying to do what I can to pass the time. Marvel Zombies comes out at the end of this year. We'll probably cover that for Halloween. I don't know how that's not going to be awesome. Maybe that's what's taking What If's place. Is it going to tell the story from What If? I have no idea. As for now, let's just hope that Sam assembles some Avengers. There's some big surprises in this movie, and keep your hat on, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't the end of the world. This is a Captain America movie that we're hoping to be good. I've got to also saying that for my own good. Until this Friday, Avengers, disassemble.